Yes, I want to say that this information was given to me from Farah. She gave me Dark Shadows. Thank you very much, Farah. John gave me this information about Putin, his tweet, and that he's going to make depopulation plan that United States and Europe have prepared for with fire. So Putin's going to depopulation what the United States and Europe have prepared for. Yes, it's their plan. They prepared for it. I will go over fares in a minute. Just happened when I called this up. There's Lisa with Joseph's 222 day as we are watching. This would be 7 days. 7 days from the blood moon. 7 days. This is also in Genesis. Right here it says, "For yet in 7 days I will cause it to rain on the earth." Judgment, 7 days after the eclipse. Also, too, I have this right here. James gave me this confirmation. Jeff gave me this about them leaving, and I will go over that in a minute. Thank you, Jeff. Here, Jim, right here. 2, I have received confirmation for 522. Have you not noticed the moon the last few days remains red? The 15th, 7-day eclipse warning. I agree. Narrow way, God bless. And then has all these Bible verses when it talks about here, the days will come when the bridegroom is taken away, and they shall fast in those days. This happens at Passover, second Passover. We are still in the Passover, second Passover time frame is what I believe Jim is talking about. James, narrow way, I believe, which very good. 7 days. 7 days from second Passover. So there you go. Thank you. Thank you, James. Good work there. So I will go over President Biden schedule. First of all, anybody that thinks that Biden would be in the United States when everything went down, so next week he's coming back to the United States, something's going to happen when he's here, they're crazy. The President of the United States will not be in the United States. He will be hiding. Somebody in my last video said that Joe Biden's going to 5 days to South America. Somebody told me in my last video that they have property. They have land and they have a house in South America to watch it all happen. So like I said, 7 days. She's going to be gone 5 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right here. She's going to be gone up to the 23rd, 24th, the same time that Biden's out of the country. So anybody that thinks he's going to be in the United States is crazy. So you're watching a day. I'm going to pick this day right here. I saw somebody, the dragon, they were saying about the dragon, these days right here, there's no way that it's going to happen. The Bible talks in Revelation 17, they agree to give her up. They agree to give her up. Well, if they agree to give her up and they burn her with fire, they're not going to be sitting in the White House when they burn her with fire. They're not going to be conducting Congress when they burn her with fire. So you pick this day, the Dragon Day, or whatever that people were saying, the Dragon Day, or whatever. They're not going to be sitting in the White House when that goes down. They give her up. They leave. Putin has said that if these two countries join NATO, that there's going to be H to pay. Okay? H to pay. Putin right here says, I will make public the depopulation plan that the United States and Europe have prepared. They prepared for it. He's going to make it happen with fire. This is Putin. John gave me this. Thank you. John gave me this. Thank you, John. So he's going to make it happen, what they've been planning for. So, what happened today? Right here, this is Biden's schedule. He met with them at the White House. Very interesting that he would meet with them at the White House. And they were the Prime Minister of Sweden was in the White House today, and Finland, this president of Finland right here, was in the White House today, and they left. They departed White House. They went to Alaska first. They went to Alaska, and then they left Alaska for Japan, Korea. Biden's gone now. Biden's out of the country. So, there's a lot of information here. I'll go over some of it. I'm going to get rid of this. Now, Farrah gave me this. I've never heard of these. I mean, I've heard of it, but I've never watched them before. But I will go over this in a minute. This is Dark Shadows. So I showed you that. I'll go over that in a minute. John gave me this. It says right here. It says Russia vacuum. It says southern Syria is being filled with Iranians and Russian presence in southern Syria. It was a source of relief. This is the Syrian. This is Hezbollah's. They are telling all these armies and stuff are congregating around Jerusalem, Israel, as you can see right there. Those are Russian troops right there in Syria. That's what was my last video I was talking about. Thank you, John. I will get rid of this. North Korea is readying ICBMs for nuclear test for Biden's visit, officials say. So North Korea is ready. They're readying. They're all ready. Biden's leaving the country. Now I'll go over this. This is another sign. Isaiah, the burden of the desert of the sea. The whirlwinds pass through as it comes from the desert, from a terrible land. This is woman in travail, treacherous dealer. These are these people right here. Pains, this is a woman in travail. This is when Babylon falls. It's Isaiah 21. It says, prepare the table, right here. Prepare the table. Watch in the watchtower. So this is when Babylon falls. Behold, it come with chariots, a couple of horsemen, and answered and said, Babylon has fallen. This is Revelation 18. Same thing. Well, what's going on right now? Just as we expect, 7 days later.
2022, midnight Central Time here in the USA. God bless you and yours, no matter where you're from in the world, folks. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for critical future updates. Ladies and gentlemen,
as you can see, it's coming Saturday night. It hits the United States 7 days later.
We have a huge cloud absolutely dusting the entire Caribbean, all of Florida, all of the Keys, all of Central America, all of Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, Georgia, Florida. It's going to be a once-in-a-lifetime sandstorm that hits not only the East Coast, the Gulf Coast, and all of Central America, but South America as well. It should crush any chance of any actual hurricanes activating in the Atlantic for the near term. I'll actually finish this off with a graphic from the 18th through the time it hits on or around the 21st and 22nd.
There you go, 21st and 22nd. 7 days later. 21st and 22nd, 7 days later. Isaiah 21. Whirlwinds from in the south pass through as it cometh from a desert, from a terrible land. Right where it's coming from the south. Whirlwinds, desert sands.
Of May. What bad timing. Look at Louisiana, Mississippi. Guys, you're going to need more than a mask. The particulates in this are extremely high. Particulates are the most harmful type of air pollution. This could be more than a little mess here. Look how dark that central cloud is. Watch those dates now. The 19th through the 22nd seem to be extremely hard on the Gulf Coast and East Coast of the U.S. This is like no other sandstorm I've ever seen or remembered. This one is a big one, guys. Please stay safe, vigilant, prepared, and please remember.
So like I said, he said it's the worst in decades. It's coming from the south, just as Isaiah 21 says right here. So, I showed you that. 7 days right here. Right there, 7 days. Right here. Like I said, this is what people should be watching. Right here. Just not picking a date. Not just picking a date. These people won't be here. As it says in the Bible, they give her up. They aren't going to be here when this place burns with fire. So you can pick any date you want, but they will not be here, and they are not here right now. I'm not saying that they're not going to be here later, but if they're here, means that nothing's going to happen. I have people telling me, oh, the 30th or the 30th or the 30th. The 30th, whatever. 30th right here, new moon, 30th. If they're back in the United States, there's no way that nothing's going to happen here. You're not going to burn, you're not going to be in the house when it burns down. And they are all leaving. And that's a fact because that's in Revelation 17. Revelation 17, it says they have one mind and they give her up. So Putin, he's got a day. North Korea's got a day. They all have a day to give her up. So, right here, showed you this. He's leaving. Thank you guys, as you do a great job. Now let's go over this.
Blog Talk Radio.
Thank you, Pharaoh. I didn't even know about this.
Welcome to Night Shadows. I'm Stuart Best, where the paranormal is normal, where that which you thought you knew. But I wanted to get into this number 22 because it is on the 22nd that a number of things are actually supposed to come together. And of course, one of the big ones is the UN vote, which now they're claiming is a done deal, absolutely done deal, is on the 22nd. And then we had a movie that's going to be released on May 22nd. What was the name of that, Larry? It was about time travel and portals.
Yes, it's called Rip in Time.
Rip in Time. So that's kind of an interesting in view of the Lord and the rapture of the church. And a lot of people think I'm saying the rapture definitely going to occur on the 22nd. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's a very interesting date. We don't know what the blood red moon actually means, but it's evil omen, that is for sure. And that America, the entire continent, got to see it, I think is an evil omen for the demise of mighty Babylon. Okay, then another thing happened. A 22-year-old Marine, as far as I know, the first American killed in Ukraine war. His last name was Cancel. We're familiar with the word cancel, or being terminated with extreme prejudice because of what happened to us on YouTube. Anyway, I'd have to look up the date when they did that. Might have been a 22. Anyway, May 22nd, as I said, UN vote. May 22nd ends the second Passover. It is the day of first fruits, a Resurrection Sunday. Revelation 22 itself appears to kind of wrap everything up. And of course, you might know that 22 is actually an 11:11. And a long time ago, if you go to different calendars, it usually works out to be a 9/23. And anyway, very, very interesting stuff. Because from the blood red moon, red, communist takeover, UN, the World Health Organization, et cetera, I'm going to get into some of that because of what Israel just did, we found out. Anyway, then we have nuclear war drill, Cobalt, Magnet 22. And just all these things are kind of interesting because a lot of things are pointing to this date. Word for all pastors to implement now. It was 22 years ago that I knew America would suffer famine.
So there you go. He's put all those 22s together. Other people are watching this too. Thank you, Farah, for giving me this. Thank you very much. It's also interesting that you have Isaiah 21 right here when the whirlwinds come, and you have the sand coming on the 22nd. The sand is coming on about the 22nd. It hits the United States. It's right there. Right there's the 20th.
Part of South America.
21 right there. It hits the United States on May 21 right here. If you go down to 5, says set the table. Prepare the table. So 5/21, prepare the table. Very interesting. So there you go. I showed the moon. 7 days, as Night Shadows was talking about. You have Genesis, 7 days. You have the storms. You have them leaving the country. I'll tell you something, if anybody gives you a date and these people are sitting in the White House, I would be very skeptical. That's why I said I went to bed early right here. I went to bed early before the full moon. Right here, before the full moon, I went to bed early because I knew something wasn't probably going to be happening because they were all in the country. Now, if they go to Israel on the 1st of June and we are still here, then it's another scenario as it is right now. But if they're sitting in the White House, I'm going to yawn and take a nap. So, Genesis. Let's go to Revelations. Revelation 17. Let's go to Revelation 17. What are you talking about, Mark? So God put in their hearts to fulfill his will and agree and give their kingdom unto the beast. So what's just happening right now with the World Health Organization. They've given their kingdom to the beast. There's going to be a leader over the beast kingdom until the word shall be fulfilled. Right here. They have 10 horns that I saw with the beast, and they shall hate the whore, hate Babylon, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh with fire. Just as Putin was saying, as I showed you right here, with fire. So they are not going to be sitting. He is one of them. Biden is one of them. He's not, they give her up. He's not going to be sitting in the White House when it's burned with fire. So, this is the end of my video. Here's that. North Korea's ready. He's one of them right there. They're leaving, laughing and leaving. Yep, we're out of here. It's burning. Isaiah 21. God bless. That's the end of my video. See you Saturday night. Live stream praise and worship. God bless.